Chief. Oh, you're right.
And they've always built quite stunning cars, you know. And if you look at, I mean, you look at the original Elan, you look at the Eclat, you look at the Excel. I mean, even today's standards, they still look like really nice looking cars, you know, particularly for the day. So, it's good.
Yeah, go.
The T5R was such a success that Volvo cottoned on that it was a good strategy and was a good ploy. Whoa.
We've got a ghost again. That's happened at a previous video.
Oh, mate, that's not good, man.
You want out? Okay.
Oh, mate, look at the goosebumps. Oh, that's horrible. You even heard it? Oh, mate.
I heard something and then like the door bloody opened. Right, there is interference and it's because I am... What's that?
Sounds like something upstairs. Is there an upstairs?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird.
Strange. Is there a full on there?
Although, you should stop that. Yeah.
Do you reckon we both shut our doors at the same time or something?
Maybe.
Oh,
has it fallen off again?
Yeah.
How bizarre.
It came straight off. It wasn't even when I was accelerating fast.
Mm.
Do you want us to try and set that before we go? Or?
A fiddle.
A fiddle, a hey little fiddle.
Fiddle on Cock Lane.
Yeah.
How bizarre. All this time it's been absolutely fine and then all of a sudden it's gone, nah, it.
It wasn't even when I was accelerating fast either. As long as it can last for this last time lapse.
Yeah.
Don't think
Right, let's go. Here we see the basic mechanic in his natural environment playing with a brake caliper. While chuntering to himself.
Spiky.
Is that the right caliper, Noff?
Wound the pistons back far enough, are you? Useless.
It's a brilliant idea. It's an absolutely fantastic looking machine. But I think, Craig, sounds like you've got. Can we let the dogs out? I decided the Yaris didn't really count because it is a homologation style kind of special edition and is 26 grand, so not really that kind of city car territory price wise.
Do we sure that Greg's not being eaten right now by a dog?
Sound like it's being eaten alive by the doggo. Oh, there you go. He's put himself on mute. It's all right. We're recording the audio separately, so it doesn't actually matter. I might try and... I'm going to fade that in so people can hear the dogs going mad.
I'm trying to think because I think that they're going mad because it's about 40 minutes past their tea time, so they're getting upset.
Okay, no worries. Well, I will drivel on with my bit while you sort the dogs out, you boss.
On a random tangent then, Martin, just to fill the back end of your little bit of slot, what's your favourite drive time radio show?
Good question.
My favourite, I am a 5 Live listener, so my favourite radio station, full stop, is 5 Live. There is nothing better than listening to Tony Livesey on a Friday afternoon from 4 o'clock, which is the right time for a drive time show, because I don't want it to start at 5, because then I feel guilty if I've left work early.
Fair enough. Fair enough, I could go with that.
Surely, Martin, the best radio show that you have on in your car is when your radio stops working, like it did in the Skoda, and you did your entire own radio show to yourself.
Well, this is the thing, it's obviously a lot of the time I just generally sing to myself because I'm obviously far more talented than all these other musicians that are on the normal radio. But no, so I have been known to, when I had my Skoda, before I realised that the problem with it was that you just had to take the fuse out and then put it back in, and that would reset the infotainment system. I used to just make my own radio show. I'd sing along, and now it's time for the weather with Martin Clayton. It's looking a bit sunny out there today, but don't worry because there's going to be some rain coming for those gardens. I'd love it.
It's raining out there, the windscreen wipers are working.
Yeah, and I'm just going to look out my window. It's a bit foggy. Oh no, forgot to demist.
I think there's got to be an opportunity for you at a local radio station somewhere.
I don't want to be Alan Partridge. I just can't, It's although saying that, Alan Partridge, if he fell on hard times, probably would have a Nissan Almera and tell you all the good points about it.
Yeah,
So,
or another one that killed the Almera.
I was going to say,
harking back to the previous episode, the Ford Probe.
Yeah, or the Ford Probe, yeah. I was going to say, on the subject of the Nissan Almera, there's a good quote from, I think, David Mitchell that springs to mind, that it's so unnoteworthy by itself that by that very fact, it becomes noteworthy.
It's noteworthy for its unnoteworthiness.
Yeah,
Amazing.
But interesting, my most hated Nissan car of all time was the Nissan Note.
Yeah, which was the replacement, essentially.
Which was the replacement. And I had several courtesy cars, and Hertz hire car for some reason had them in Bristol when I was working in Abbey Wood. And yeah, horrible things. Again, something you could lose in a car park very easily.
You made a note of this fact about your disdain for the Note.
Yep, amongst many things.
The one thing I remember about that Almera that I thought was quite novel at the time was that it had, and I checked the handbook, and it was genuinely for this reason, it had a takeaway holder. And it was literally, in the same way you get little coat hooks on the doors, on the back doors, it had one of them that came out the passenger side footwell. It came out the side of the centre console. It was literally just a little hook that came out, and you had to unfold it, and it was a takeaway holder, which I just think was such an odd thing. But yeah, I imagine a lot of takeaways probably ended up with knackered old Nissan Almeras. It's like they were presuming what would happen to them in 15 years.
I hope you're wearing a stereotype there, Martin.
That is understanding your target market, is what that is.
Look, we can say it's stereotyping, or we can just say it's factually correct. I don't mind which one.
But interesting, another thing with Primera, it weren't bad engines in them in the early days, though. And this is the only difference I'm ever going to give to the Primera, and probably the Almera as well, is we had a civilian instructor from the Air Training Corps who used to be at Halifax. He was a fireman. You might remember him, Johnny. He used to train first aid. And we used to have a warrant officer at the squadron who, basically, this guy broke his leg, so our squadron warrant officer drove his car back down. Bear in mind, this is a fireman who drove everywhere at 50 miles an hour. He's a paint. And this turbo diesel has never been so fast in its life. It says it actually will do 3 figures. And at that point, it was on 300,000 miles, and it was still 30.
A particular one of note to me is there's another Nissan, the S-Cargo. That looks like a little snail. It's like the coolest little kind of... Well, it's not even a Superman, it's a little sort of city van thing, but it's in that K-car dimensions category.
There's a Nissan S-Cargo that I pass very regularly in just past Romford, down in East London. And it's been there, it's an F-Reg, and it's been rusting for many, many years. And if that person happens to listen to this podcast, could you get in touch and let us know why you're letting this Nissan snail rust? But